justify, think, pair, share. To begin with, this is our think portion. So I'm gonna give you guys 4 minutes. First, we're gonna write this question down. This is your question, so write it on top for me, please. Why does speaker B break from the pattern of framing all her responsive rhymes to speaker A's assertion? In other words, what is the effect of the 3 ands lines at the end of speaker B? So write this down first before I start the timer. Where it says question. In the top box of the justify, think, pair, share, where it says question. Yeah. Yeah, so write it down on top where it says question. Write this down for me, please, and thank you. And then we'll start the timer. So once everybody has the pencils down, then we'll continue. So write this down right on top where it says question. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, B's table. Kyra's table. Melly's table. Rio's table. And Brandon's table. Thank you, everybody, for writing this out. Once I see everybody's pencils down, we will continue. So I'll repeat it one more time. Why does speaker B break with the pattern of framing all her responses rhymes to speaker A's assertion? In other words, what is the effect of the 3 and lines at the end? So we're talking about speaker B. Once everybody has their pencils down, we will continue. Got a few more people.
No, I have this
Okay, thank you. So, let me show you guys what part of the poem we're talking about. They're talking about this part, where it says, Puerto Rico, you ugly island, island of tropic diseases, always a hurricane going, always the population growing. This and part in particular, and the money owing, and the babies crying, and the bullets flying. So what's the point of having these 3 ands? That's what they're asking. So I'm gonna give you guys 4 minutes to talk about that. But right now we're just doing that quietly. So you're in your seats. We're doing this quietly, and then we're gonna be sharing our insights. So get started. This is 4 minutes.
Yeah, so we're already thinking now, right?
Yeah, this is where you write just yours.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, and the think part. Let me change this really quickly. I forgot.
It's asking like, what is like the effect of having and the money and the baby and the bus.
Alright, 4 minutes. You're writing quietly by yourselves. minute 30. 160 all the pencils down. We can move on if necessary. A few more people writing. Brandon.
It's just like yogurt. Is that bad?
It's just citrus.
So it's good.
It's fine. As long as it's not weird.
I opened it yesterday.
Alright, most of you guys are done. So, let's move on. George. So, let's move on. We got about a minute left. So, for the pair part, do me a favor, talk to your partner. Let them share what their insight was. Oldest student goes first, and then write what your partner wrote in the pair part, alright?
To be able to choose.
Thank you, get started. I'll go around.
I think that the next cycle is giving them more facts to discover.
I wrote the use of all those ands was to emphasize the flaws / problems.
To show there are too many negatives in Puerto Rico.
To state the 3 biggest problems they have.
Wait.
So, share with some more. You're writing some more.
That's not perfect. That's not how people
The reason why and is getting more attention is because I think that speaker B lists first at the some part, but lines with and happen all the time.
So, make sure you guys write for pair.
Be more educated on how Puerto Rico is. No, to show white people. Oh no, doing yours. To be more educated about why people are trying to leave Puerto Rico. There.
So, what George wrote?
I wrote it.
Oh, okay. So, what'd you write on Marley?
It's like yogurt.
She said state the
Yeah, on why people
If there's so many problems in Puerto Rico, why should we be aware of them?
I said to elongate and show more flaws.
Why is it good that we have
My back end.
Yeah. Because they're saying why Puerto Rico's so bad. If we're trying to see how bad it is, we're understanding why people are what.
White people are like. Oh, what do you mean?
There you go. Right? Yeah. What is a refined part?
So they can move to the next.
Yeah, there you go. So, finish. Oh, you okay? Alright, 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, so critique part. Tell me whether you think you or your partner was right. Were there any errors that you would like to talk about? Are there any questions? And then if you need to refine your answer, like if you thought one more was more right than the other, you have the opportunity to do so. So I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes. Work on this quietly, please. And then we're gonna go over some of your guys' responses.